So from today's session, we are starting data types. So before starting data type, I am giving a small intro about a variable int a is equal to 45. What is this? It is an variable. It is an variable. So this variable can also be written as, or this above variable can also be written as int a semicolon and a is equal to 45. What I am did here, we have a variable integer a is equal to 45, and that variable is also be written as int a semicolon a is equal to 45. This total is called as variable, and this one is called as variable declaration, and this one is called as variable initialization. Variable declaration and variable initialization we can write anyway. Okay, as per our program requirement, we are using this way. Okay, so declaration, it means that we are only declare that we have a variable. Okay, a is a variable, we have a variable. And initialization, it means that we are initializing that variable a with a value. When we provide any value for that variable, it's called as a variable initialization, and this total one is called as the variable. The both are similar or same, both are similar or same, no doubt. Okay, so what is the meaning of this each term? Again, copy here, paste. What is the meaning of these? Int. What is a int? Int is a data type. Then small a is called as variable. Equal to sign is known as operator, and that 45, it is a value. Okay, called as a value or literal, both are similar. Okay, and lastly semicolon. Why we use semicolon? To end of that statement we are using semicolon. Okay, int is a data type, small a is a variable, this equal to sign is known as an operator, and 45, it is a value or literal. Okay, these are the introduction about a variable. Next session we are going to learn about a variable and their types. This session is only we are considering what is a data type, but this data type is always used along with a variable. Suppose we have byte dg is equal to 34. We can go with like this. Variable, we can give any name for that variable, no doubt. Here I am using dg, I can give any name, data, no doubt. Only we cannot use Java reserved keyword. For example, here I cannot use do, here I cannot use if, here I cannot use Java, here I cannot use class. Here I am giving simple d. You can do any name for that variable, no doubt. What is a byte? Byte is a data type. What is a small d? D is a variable. This is as a equal to sign. And this is the value. And last is semicolon. So all the nomenclature is given here. So what is the syntax of a variable? Data type, then variable name is equal to operator and value or literal, semicolon. It is a syntax of a variable. Okay, each and every variable we can use like this, or we can write in this way also. as per our program requirement, we can write in this way also. What is a data type? Writing your definition. So data type, it indicate the values of variable can hold or store. It's called data type. Okay, the value of a variable can hold, it's called data type. For example, again consider same example. In a is equal to 45, we can take any value, no doubt we can take any data type here. For example, we are taking here short. It is a data type. Okay, short, short. D is equal to. Okay, so what is this? What is the definition? So in this example, D is a variable. D is a variable. Okay, and what is a short? Short, it is a data type. Okay, so what is the definition? Data type indicate the values of variable can hold. So what is the variable? D is variable. Okay, so what does data type indicate? It indicates the value of a variable can hold. Means 34, it is a value, and that value is hold by a variable D, and that value is indicated by using short. Okay, means that short here indicating which type of value of a variable D can take or can hold data type. So this data type having different types. So first group belongs to primitive data type. So which are the primitive data type with us? Byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, and last one is the char. These are the primitive data type from Java. Byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, char. These 8 are the primitive data type of Java. So you can simply observe from these examples of this data type. The initial letter of primitive data type is always small. Byte, short, up to char. Initial letter of these all data type is a small. What happens if we use a capital P? Java shows us error. Okay, so these all are case sensitive inside a Java. Okay, so what is the main function of this data type? So what does Java did? Java only makes here some group. Okay, suppose I have a numerical value, either it is a positive or negative. If I have a numerical value, either it is a positive or negative, then in that case I can choose any primitive data number from these. Suppose I have a fraction value, we can go with a float or double. Suppose we have a single character or single digit, in that case we can go with char. If we have only need to check or validate, in that case we can go with a boolean. Okay, these all are derived by Java for our use. So byte, short, int, long, these are used to store whole number. whole number. Okay, which are these whole number? Either negative or 0 or positive. Okay, negative, 0 or positive, given in short form negative, 0 or positive. If we have any value that is only numerical digit without fraction or without decimal, in that case we can easily choose any data type from these four: byte, short, int, long. Then we have second, used to store fraction numbers. Okay, float and double. Suppose I have a value with me 45 points, this value. In that case I need to be use either float or double. I cannot go with a byte, short, int, long. Keep in mind, if I am trying to use a byte or long or int, in that case I got error from Java. Okay, in case of fraction or decimal, always go with a float or double. Okay, and in case of numerical value, it is negative or 0 or positive. Always go with these four primitive data type. Then boolean that is used to, it is only hold either, store either true or false. Why we need to boolean in our example or in Java? Suppose in automation testing, suppose we have a Facebook account with us. We need to be logged in a Facebook by using automation. What we are doing? We are entering ID, we are entering password, and we are click on a login button. After click on a login button, that must be navigate to the Facebook main page. Okay, if that is navigated to the Facebook main page or not, in that case we can easily use boolean. Okay, because it shows true or false. In that case we need to be use some logic. Okay, if it represent false, it means that navigation is fail or Facebook login is fail. If it is a represent true, it means that we are successfully logged in a Facebook. Okay, during automation we are using this boolean. Then what about the char? It is used to store single digit or character. For example, if I want to save this symbol, I can go with the char. My example, if I want to only store a single digit, that is 6, I can easily go with the char. But in case of numerical, instead of char, we can go with this also. Okay, what is use of this? It store numerical value. Okay, suppose I have single digit, small d, we can go with a char. Okay, these are the primitive data type in a Java: byte, short, int, long for whole number, float, double for fraction number, boolean either for true or false, and last one is the char for single digit, special character or single character. We are go with a char. Okay, so here, so in case of byte, short, int, long, right now we are familiar about it can save the numerical value. It can save a numerical value. But which value? For example, suppose I have a value with me, this value, 78 value is with me. So my purpose to save or store that value inside a Java program. So I can choose byte or short or int or long. But which one is the best for saving or storing these values? So in that, first one is a byte. First one is a byte. We know that we are used to store a whole number, negative to positive, any value. Okay, but what about a byte? We can choose any one. Okay, there must be some logic or there must be some limitation is given by Java. So this byte data type is only used to store value between -128 to +127. -128 to +127. What about the memory? 1 byte. Okay, on 64-bit operating system laptop or desktop, it consumes 1 byte of a memory. For example, if we are using byte b is equal to 23, in that case it consumes 1 byte of memory. Example, byte d is equal to 12. Wrong or right? It is right. Why? Because the value 12 it lies between -128 to +127. If we have any value that's situated between these range, we can use for a byte. Suppose my purpose is to save 140 value. I cannot use byte. Take example, byte. We can take any variable name here, keep in mind. Okay, byte yes is equal to 132. It is right or wrong? It is wrong. Why wrong? Because we know that what is the limit or what is the range of a byte? -128 to +127. More than 127 or less than more than this -128, the byte is unable to hold. If I use such kind of in Java, we got error from Java. Keep in mind. Okay. Take another example. Byte g. We can take any name for variable. Keep in mind. Byte data is equal to -121. It is right or wrong? It is right. Why? We can take any value up to -128. It is a -121. Keep in mind. Okay. Byte r is equal to -128. It is right or wrong? It is right. Okay. -128. It can easily stored by using byte. Okay. So instead of -128, if I am taking here -129, it is wrong. Okay. In such case, we got error from Java. And the error is type mismatch. Type mismatch. Keep in mind. Okay. Then again one point is remaining here, that is default value. Default value for byte. The default value for byte is a 0. What is the default value? If consider example, byte g is equal to 45. I'm taking here one example. Byte g is equal to 45. So this total one is known as variable. So it is initialized and declared, no doubt. But instead of initialization, I'm only declaring byte g. And what is the meaning of that? Variable declaration, as we discussed earlier. Variable declaration. Okay. So here I am only declare that variable, and from my side I am not initializing that variable. From my side I am not initializing that variable, means that I am not passing any value for g. In that case Java use its default value. So byte has default value 0. Let's check practically. we have class name test. Inside a test class there is a main method is available. Okay, public static void main, it is a main method. We need to pass inside a main method. Okay, public class test is a class. These open and close curly braces, it is the class body. Again, method having on its body, that is called as a method body. So here I am using byte data type. Byte b is equal to 121. You can see here it can easily occupy or store that variable, because what is the limit for byte? We know that. What is the limit for byte? Minus 128 to plus 127. I'm writing here. So Java shows error. Why? Because Java doesn't recognize what is this. Java shows error. So I want to only use here for understanding purpose. So I am directly given here double, that is 2 forward slashes. That is comment in Java. As we discussed on the first session, we can use 2 forward slashes for comment in Java. What is the meaning of that? Java doesn't consider that word or that statement. Okay. So what is the limit? Minus 128 to 127. Okay. Here I am giving minus. Okay. Suppose I can give here. We got error because byte limit is only this. Okay. We got here message, that is type mismatch. Okay. We are 45. We are situated within the limit, so we doesn't got any error. So I am here only declaring a byte type variable, byte b. Okay, I am not initializing here. I am giving print instruction to Java. Making that one is a static variable. Why static? Because main method is static. If that variable is static, we doesn't need to create the object. Okay, we can discuss that in another session, how to create a object. Okay, only keep in mind that it is a static variable. How to identify outside a method with static keyword? What we do here? Only we providing here a static keyword. Okay, so I'm clicking on a run button. We got 0 as answer. Observe console, we got 0 as output. Okay, what is the 0? 0 is a default value for byte. Why? Because from my side I am not initialize that variable. Hence Java use the default value for byte. Similar way, if we discuss regarding that class having syntax, access modifier, class keyword and class name. If we doesn't give any access modifier, what happens? Java treat that class with a default access modifier. Similar way, if we doesn't initialize that variable, in that case Java use default value for that variable, and byte having default value is 0. Okay, then we proceed towards our next variable. The short can store a value between minus 32,768 to positive 32,767. Okay, what about a memory? Byte consume 2 byte of a memory on a RAM. Example. So what is the range for short? Minus 32,768. Okay, so short, we can give any variable name and giving the small t is equal to the value is minus 3260, giving this value. So we can easily save or store that value inside a short, because 3232 it value lies between these range. Okay, if I am cross this range, suppose I am doing here this, so that value is cannot stored by using short. We got error as a type mismatch, okay. Then what is the default value? Default value is 0. Okay, default value for short is 0. Okay, let's consider it practically. So the remaining things always same for each data type, that is example, memory, default value. Okay, only the range, capacity it changes. Using static variable, static short d is equal to minus 32768. Okay, it is right. Why it is right? Because this value, the short data type can easily store. It's between its limit. Okay, if I am cross that value, what happens? We got error. Okay, that is type mismatch. Okay, so we can always, if we have any value, first we decide which data type is suitable for that value. Depending on that, we are selecting that. Okay, so here I'm only declared a short variable, that is a d, and printing that we got default value in console, that is 0. Observe console, we got here 0. Okay, if we not initialize that short variable, we got 0 as a default value from Java. Then we proceed towards next.
Right now we are discussing regarding byte short. So similarly there is other data type: int, long, float, double, boolean and char. So as we discussed regarding byte and short, similarly the default value, capacity to store and the size, all the parameters are given in the chart. You should follow the chart for extra knowledge. Also, I'm highlighting the important point here, how to write a long data type. You must see here, there is capital L at the end of value. In case of float, float and double is strongly used to save or store the fraction values. If we have a fraction value, we go with a float or double. Okay, that things given here. Again, for float at the end of value, we must use here small f. In case of double, we must use small d. Okay, so this syntax is given by Java to us. We can follow it. Then boolean is hold only true or false. Here we are taking the example char. It only save a single character. It may be numeric, it may be special character, it may be alphabet. Okay, and that character always in a single quote. See here example, W and given in a single quote. If you don't use single quote, we got error. Okay, boolean only represent true or false. Double, the fraction value we can give to double. Then float, again for a fraction value. If we try to provide float or double a whole number, we got error. Okay, so again default values, float having default value 0.0, double 0.0, boolean default value is false, and char default value is slash, that is the u and 40. What is the indication of these? These indicate the minimum value of a Unicode system. Okay, again size on a 64-bit is given in this column. You just follow it for extra knowledge.
For learning how to write each data type, keep in mind static byte b is equal to 34. The static word is only here for understand it is a static variable. No doubt we are not using here because we are not need to be print in a output. Okay, so byte b is equal to 34. Then short yes is equal to any value we can take here. Okay, as per their limitations we have to follow that here. Int I is equal to this value. Then next one is long L is equal to this value. You can observe here. Okay, so in case of long, as per the Java syntax, we need to provide here capital L at the end of value. If we don't give long, that is a L here, it will treat this as an integer. So in case long, we need to provide capital L at the end of value. Then for fraction, we have float. F is equal to, here we need to provide small f with a float. Okay, then double small d, then boolean, then last one is the char. We can save any single digit with a char. Okay, so as per the Java syntax, we need to provide single quote for char value. Okay, so strictly keep in mind that with a long, capital L needed, with a float, small f needed, with a double, small d is needed, and for char we need to provide a single quote for that value. So in case of char, we can use here numeric also, we can use here special character also. There is no any limitations. Okay, what happens if we don't give here small f? We got error, types mismatch. Okay, means that Java treat that as a double. Okay, so here we need to provide that here. Okay, and last one from non-primitive family, that is a non-primitive string. We can give any name for variable is equal to okay. As per the Java syntax, the string value always inside a double quote. Observe here double quote. If you don't give any double quote, we got error. Okay. What is that error? Rahul cannot be resolved at a variable. It means that we need to provide double quote for a string value. Okay, irrespective of uppercase or lowercase. Here we can also use special character number in case of string. Okay, so in order, suppose we have a value, first identify which type of that value, and depending on that you can choose the data type. Okay, so this total R belongs to data type. In interview they must ask you what is the default value for this data type. Okay, so default value for string is a null. Okay, I'm writing here null as a default value for string. Okay, char having default value here backward slash u and 40. What is the meaning of that? It is the minimum value of a Unicode system when it doesn't initialize char, and you printing that variable C in console, we get this value slash u triple zero. It is a minimum or lowest value for a Unicode system. then boolean default value is false. Okay, double default value is 0.0, float default value is 0.0, and these four having default value as a 0. Okay, these total are nothing but the data type in Java